Hello learners, I hope you watched my first video on allegations, averages and mixtures. It was a micro lesson, right? In case you didn't watch it, don't worry. You can find the link in the description below. So please make sure that you click that and watch that first and then come to this session. So this is again a micro lesson on allegation, but we'll be dealing with a specific concept here, which is of remove and replace. So what typically happens in this is that there'll be a solution of milk or alcohol, right? Can be any solution actually. This will be a pure solution, that is, it'll contain only 100% milk or 100% alcohol. What happens is some portion of this pure solution is removed and then it is replaced with an equal amount of water. So this step is then done progressively in a repeated number of iterations, right? Eventually what you'll be asked to find out is what is the concentration of that solution after say n number of steps, or you'll be asked to find out what is the amount of the pure liquid or the initial liquid that is remaining after the n number of steps. So let's look at how to deal with this concept. So like I said, initially there is P liters of the pure solution, right? So I have assumed milk in this case, right? So that's the first step that we start with. So 100% milk, right? And just write that here. Pure milk. Now in step 1, what happens is X liters of milk is first removed. Correct? And then the X liters is replaced with X liters of water. So when we do that, what happens? Earlier there was P liters in this vessel, right? So now X liter of milk has been removed and replaced with X liter of water. So what does this vessel contain now? It contains X liters of water and P minus X liters of milk, right? So what is the concentration of milk in this vessel after this first step? It is simple, right? So what is concentration? Concentration is nothing but the total volume of the solution and the amount of milk in that total solution, right? So the total volume is P liters, correct? Because we are not changing the volume in any way. We are retaining the same total volume of P. We are just replacing X liters of milk and kind of replacing it with X liters of water, correct? So the total volume remains the same. So the total volume is P and we want to find out the concentration of milk in the solution, right? So how much milk is left after this first step? P minus X, correct? So out of the total volume P, there is only P minus X liters of milk left now. So that is the concentration of milk, right? After step 1, correct? Now, what the formula says is that the concentration of milk, if this step is repeated n times, right? Like step 2, step 3, step 4, where progressively we keep removing X liters of this mixture, right? The formula says that the concentration of milk after n steps is P minus X divided by P, the whole raised to n. That is the formula. Now, why did I say mixture? I hope you noticed that, right? Because at the start, this is a pure solution containing only milk. But from step 1, after we have removed some milk and replaced it with water, it becomes a mixture containing milk and water. Correct? So hence I use the term mixture. So hope this is clear. But more importantly, while you can learn this formula and solve questions, I believe that it is extremely important for you to understand how this formula came into being, because there are some underlying concepts in this, and in case there is a twist in the question, or if the examiner or the question setter decides to bring in a slightly in a complication in between, right? You should be able to solve that question as well. So hence it's important to understand the concept. So let's look at that in more detail. So if you see at the start, like I said, there is P liters of milk, right? There is no water obviously because we are talking about a pure solution at the start. And hence the total volume is P liters, correct? And what's the concentration of milk? P by P, which is 100%, right? There's only milk in this vessel at the start. Now, in the first step, okay, step 1, what do? I remove X liters of milk, right? And what do? I replace it with X liters of water. Now, what is the total volume in the vessel? That is still P, right? So P minus X plus X, because X liters of milk have just been replaced by X liters of water. So the total volume doesn't change. So the total remains P, but what is the concentration of milk? Now there's only P minus X liters of milk in a total volume of P, right? So hence, the concentration of milk changes to P minus X by P, correct? Now, so far so good. Let's look at the second step. One more iteration where I replace this mixture with X liters of water. But pay attention, this is the important concept. Will X liters of milk be replaced by X liters of water in this step? No, right? The answer is no. Why? Because after this step, this ceases to remain as a solution of milk, right? This is now a mixture containing milk and water, right? And what is the ratio of water and milk in this mixture? X is to P minus X, correct? So there is X proportion of water and P minus X proportion of milk. So now if I remove X liters of this mixture, right? What happens is that mixture will also contain water and milk in the proportion X is to P minus X. That is the simple concept here, right? So this mixture now contains water and milk in the ratio X is to P minus X. So even if you take a small sample out of that which is equal to X liter, that will also contain water and milk in the ratio X is to P minus X, correct? So what is the amount of milk that comes out when you take out X liters? Pay attention here, right? When you take out X liters of this mixture, correct? The amount of milk in that is equal to P minus X by P, right? Why is that? Because that is the concentration of milk, right? Now, if I want to know how much water is there in X, correct? This is milk and this is water. So how do I understand this? Let's assume this ratio is 2:3, right? This is just an example. Let's assume that. So what am I saying? If I take out X liters of this mixture in which milk and water are in the ratio 2:3, I am saying that the amount of milk which comes out in that X liter is equal to X into 2 by 5. This is a basic concept of ratio, right? So this is milk. And what is the amount of water? X into 3 by 5. Correct? That's what I have written in an algebraic form here, right? So same concept. Hope this is clear. So we'll just continue evaluating this. So if I'm saying that the amount of milk which came out is equal to X into P minus X by P, right? So after step 2, how much milk is remaining in the mixture? P minus X, right? Which is what we are starting off with. And then in step 2, we found out that X into P minus X by P of milk is removed, right? So I write that as P minus X by X into P, right? Now if I simplify that, what do I get? I cross multiply this. So we get P square minus XP plus X square divided by P, right? Now what is this term? this term is equal to p minus x the whole square. Why? Because this reduces to p square minus 2xp plus x square, right? So this is p minus x the whole square, correct? Over p. So this is the amount of milk that is remaining after step 2. P minus x square by p. This is the amount of milk that is remaining right now in the solution, right? Similarly, if I were to find out how much water is remaining after step 2, right? We are starting off with x liters, correct? And how much water is removed when I remove x liters from this mixture? X into x by p, right? Because the proportion of water is x in p liters, correct? So when I am removing x liters of this mixture, x into x by p amount of water will come out, right? But we are also replacing it with x liters of water, correct? So what is the total amount of water that's there in the mixture right now? 2x square by p. Understood this concept? Fairly simple, right? It's just similar to what we did with milk. Now, obviously the total volume remains same, which is p, right? Because we're just removing and replacing. If you have a doubt, you can please try and add both these and see, right? So what is this? Again, p square plus x square, right? Or p square minus 2xp plus x square, the whole divided by p, plus this is the amount of milk plus the amount of water, right? So if I take the common LCM, right, this will become p, correct? So what do I have? 2 minus 2xp and plus 2xp cancels out, plus x square and minus x square cancels out. So I get p square by p, which is equal to p. So it's fairly clear, right? So if we add the amount of milk and the amount of water after the second step, we get the total volume p, because like I said, we're just removing and replacing. The important question, right? What's the concentration of milk after step 2? So how much milk is remaining after step 2? P minus x the whole square by p, correct? So this amount of milk is there in how much of the solution? P liters of the solution, right? So p minus x square by p amount of milk in p liters of the solution. So what is the concentration? P minus x square by p, p minus x square by p divided by p, correct? What does that give me? P minus x by p the whole square, right? So you can try and do this for multiple steps, right? So try the third step, fourth step. You'll see that in the third step, the concentration of milk that is remaining is p minus xp the x by p the whole cube. In the fourth step, it will be p minus x by p the whole raised to 4, so on and so forth. So that is how we got the formula of concentration of milk after n steps, right? P minus x by p the whole raised to n, right? Hope this is clear. The important part to keep in mind is the fact that when we are removing x liters, once this becomes a mixture of milk and water, right, that x liter will contain a mix of milk and water, right, when you're taking it out, and that will come out in the ratio of milk and water in this mixture from which you're taking it out. That's the important concept here, right? Obviously you can learn this formula and solve questions, but it's important, like I said at the start of the video, to understand this basic concept so that even if there is some twist that is introduced in the question, you'll be able to answer it. Next, we'll look at, we'll take numbers, right? So like for example, I'll take 100 liters of milk and we'll give specific numbers and see how this is working out so that the concept is super clear to you. Right, so like I said, let's take an example and understand this better. So I'm assuming that there are 100 liters of milk, right, to start with. Obviously the water is 0, correct? And the total volume is also 100 liters, and we have 100% concentration of milk, right? Because this is pure milk, there is no water here. Now, in step 1, what I do is I remove 20 liters of milk, right, and replace it with 20 liters of water, correct? What is the total volume? 80 plus 20, right? Like we have seen in the previous example, the total volume remains the same. However, what is the concentration of milk? 80 liters of milk in 100 liters of the mixture, right? Because right now this is a mixture containing 80 liters of milk and 20 liters of water, correct? So the concentration is 80 upon 100, which is 80%, correct? Now, can you see if you can apply the formula here? What was our formula? P minus X over P, correct? What is P? 100. What is X? 20, right? 100 minus 20 over 100, which is equal to 80%. So you see that the formula also works, correct? Step 2 is when it starts getting interesting, right? Step 2, I remove 20 liters of this mixture, right? I'm not just removing milk, because if I'm removing 20 liters out of this mixture, both milk and water will come out, correct? What did we learn? What is the amount of milk and water that will come out? They'll come out in the proportion in which they are there in the mixture, right? And what proportion are they there in the mixture? In this mixture, so we have 80 milk and 20 water, right? Is milk to water, which is 4 by 1, correct? Understood this? So there's milk and water in this mixture in the ratio 4:1, okay? So when I take out 20 liters of this mixture, okay, how much milk comes out? 20 into 4 by 5, correct? Because the ratio is 4:1. And how much water comes out? 20 into 20 by 100 or 20 into 1 by 5, correct? 20 by 100 is nothing but 1 by 5. So that is another way of writing it in case you're not able to understand the concept of ratios or you're getting confused. Just write 80 by 100 or 20 by 100, right? Which is the same as 4 by 5 or 1 by 5, correct? So that's one way in which you won't go wrong. So let me just stick to that so that there's no confusion. What is the amount of milk that's there in 20 liters of this solution when I take it out? 20 into 80 by 100. Water is 20 into 20 by 100. Correct? So how much is this? 16 liters of milk come out. Correct? And 4 liters of water come out. Obviously, this will add up to 20 liters because we are taking out 20 liters, right? Now, let's write that here. Correct? We saw that 16 liters of milk comes out. So, if 16 liters of milk come out from 80 liters of milk that was there after step 1, how much milk is left? 80 minus 16 is equal to 64 liters of milk are now remaining, right, in this mixture. And how much water is there? 20 was there. Out of that we saw that 4 liters came out, right? And you replace it with another 20 liters of water, correct? So how much water do we have now? 36 liters of water, right? And what is the total volume? 64 liters plus 36 liters, which is equal to 100 liters, correct? Why did we do 20 minus 4 plus 20? Because after step 1 there is 20 liters of water, right? And then we saw that 20 into 20 by 100, 4 liters is what comes out of the mixture, right? When we take out 20 liters from this mixture. So minus 4, and then the whole action is remove and replace, right? We are removing the mixture and replacing it with the same amount of water. So we add in 20 liters of water. So 40 minus 4 gives me 36. The total volume remains the same. And what is the concentration of milk right now? 64 liters. And what's the total volume? 100 liters. So what's the concentration of milk right now in this solution after step 2? 64%, right? And how do we solve this using the formula? We know that the formula is P minus X by P the whole square, because we are at the second iteration, right? What is P? 100 minus X is 20 liters, because that's what is removed and replaced, and P is again 100, right? The whole square, right? So what does this give us? 100 minus 20 is 80. 80 by 100 the whole square, which is 0.8 the whole square, which is 0.64, which is nothing but 64%, right? So we check this manually as well, step by step, and with the formula as well, you get the answer that after step 2 the concentration of milk in the solution is 64%. Now if somebody asks you how much milk is there in the solution, how do you do that? You have found out the percentage of milk in the solution, right? And what's the total volume? 100. So volume of milk in the solution is concentration of milk into volume, right? Which is 64% into 100 liters, which is 64 liters, right? That's what we found out here as well, manually doing it step by step. But this is the formula approach, where we have found out the concentration of milk in the solution, which is 64%, and because the total volume is 100 liters, 64% of 100 liters is 64 liters, right? So hope it is clear for you. We first try to do it using P and X and so on, and right now we have used actual values of 100 liters and 20 liters, etc. and so on, and we've tried to solve this. Okay, thank you. Let's now look at solving an actual question. So hope you read the question, right? What's given in the question? There's a 40 liter vessel, right? And from this vessel, 4 liters of the solution is being removed, and then it's replaced with 4 liters of water. And how many iterations are we seeing here? So this is one iteration, and then they're saying that there are 2 additional iterations, so 3 iterations in total, right? So can't we solve this directly using the formula, right? What do we know? The initial volume, right? P, that is 40 liters, right? How much of the solution is being removed and replaced? I'll call it R and R, right? Which is X, that is 4 liters, correct? What have they asked us to find? They have asked us to find how much of the initial solution, which is milk, is remaining in the mixture after the 3 iterations, right? So how many iterations do we have? 3, right? Because they're saying first time they're removing it and then they're doing 2 additional iterations, so hence 3 in total. So what is the concentration of milk? P minus X by P raised to 3, right? Because N is equal to 3 here, because we have 3 iterations, right? So what does that give us? 40 minus 4 upon 40, the whole raised to 3, right? Which is equal to 36 by 40 the whole raised to 3. I can also write that as 9 by 10 the whole raised to 3, right? Because taking 4 as the common factor, you'll get 9 by 10, correct? Which is 0.9 raised to 3. This is what? 0.9 into 0.9 into 0.9. 0.9 is, we know, is 0.81 into 0.9, correct? What is 0.81 into 0.9? 9. 8 and 9 is, right, 0.729, correct? What is this equal to in terms of percentage? 72.9%. So that means that after 3 iterations, we have 72.9% of the milk in the solution, correct? Now, that's not the end of it, right? They have asked us to find out what is the volume of the milk remaining in the solution. So like I explained in the previous example, how do we find that out? We know that the concentration of milk in the solution is 72.9, correct? And what is the total volume? The volume remains the same as the initial volume, which is 40 liters, because we are just removing and replacing, right? So the volume of milk in the solution is nothing but the initial volume, which remains same in all the iterations, into the concentration of milk which we have just found out, which is 72.9%, right? So this gives me 40 into 0.729, which is nothing but 4 into 77.29, correct? I'm just using the 0 place here to remove a decimal point, so I get 4 into 7.29. Now I multiply 7.29 by 4. What do I get? 6. 3 carry over. 4 into 2 is 8. 8 plus 3, 11. 1. 7 to 4 is 28. 28 plus 1 is 29. How many decimal places do we have? 2. So your final answer is 29.16 liters. Hope this question is clear for you. So hope you have understood all the concepts that I have discussed today, right? We learned the remove and replace concept in alligation. Please continue watching my channel. Please like, share and subscribe. Subscribe if you have not done it till now. I'll be putting up a lot more videos in the coming days. So let's keep learning and watch out for my micro lessons. Hope you like the concept. Have a good day.